Your neighborhood just got cooler with Kroger Delivery's refrigerated truck. Simply order groceries at the same great prices online as in-store, and we'll bring them to you, fresh every time. And if that wasn't cool enough, you can now earn 4 times the fuel points after 4 with your digital coupon. Choose a next-day Kroger Delivery time slot for 4 p.m. or later on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Must deliver by February 4th. Restrictions apply. See Kroger.com for details.
A strong host game needs a strong wing game. Add Popeye's wings to your game day spread, and the crew won't just be cheering, they'll be salivating. With 8 bold, crispy Louisiana flavors to satisfy everyone's taste buds, our wing game is strong enough to always get you the W. At $5.99 for a 6-piece, order bone-in or boneless for your next watch party. Someone just wrapped up the title of Most Valuable Host.
Love that chicken from Popeye.
At participating U.S. restaurants, price may vary, tax extra.
Just walk right over to this microphone. Matinee with Bob and Ray. Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another in our long series of public service programs presented by nobody in particular, just a few casual sponsors who are nice people and who have nice products to sell. And that's what we're here for, to sell these nice products to you nice people. At a reasonable figure, of course. Certainly. Wilson, the great Wilson is at the organ. And Bill can stop it. Boy, they're going forever, I guess. Stop the music! Wow! I never thought you'd get there, man.
That's that crisp, cool November air that's gotten into our musicians.
But you had me right up on the edge of the chair while I was listening to that.
I'm very disappointed, Bill. I thought you weren't going to be here today.
Well, how's that?
He was going to play for some luncheon. Did it fall through? And they didn't have it? They wanted a good piano player, huh? So you're here.
No, so we can't say that about Bill Green, to be truthful.
No, because he is one of the top piano players in the city of Boston.
He is. He's a marvelous piano player. Take him out. Put the cameras on Bill.
All right, will you bend over and take a bow, Bill? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest that. Oh, you shouldn't have had that microphone so close to Green.
The great Wilson is, of course, perfection personified.
He's who?
I say he's perfection personified.
Oh, he is?
When we speak of the great Wilson...
How long has he been suffering from that?
It's not a disease, Bob. Oh. It's just a time.
Sounds like some rare tropical disease, perfection personified.
Sounds like a back injury. A little, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, perfection personified. Down here, doctor.
Something along the spine there.
Yeah. Something like that, anyway.
Something like that. We don't know just what. Big news coming up next week on this program.
Great big news.
Big news. News that you can't afford to miss, so be sure and listen.
Terrifically tasty.
Deliciously crunchy.
You'll like it.
Oh, baby, will you?
Yes, sir. Baby, it's cold outside.
We don't have that. I had that at 8 o'clock this morning, neutral. And for the first time since we've had the commercial, it's been... I don't like that contract. Take it away. It was really cool.
There's nothing written in those blank lines. That's what I don't like about it.
He fills that in later, you
I know. So much writing there, too. So much whereas and therefore.
Enough Falderall for now.
Falderall. F-A-L-D-E capital S. Falderall.
No, this wasn't the spelling.
F-A... What?
No, this wasn't the spelling bee. We were going to get over and find out what happened when that automobile ran over the cliff outside Linda's house.
You mean...
Right. Have it. Well, she isn't here today. The Life and Loves of Linda Lovely, written for radio by A. Carrington Lufton, starring Mark Cavano, shot as Linda, Sherman L. Sturdley as David. Yesterday we learned that Grace and Charlie, on their return from New York, had phoned cross town in River's Mouth to Linda's small but attractive house.
Neat but tidy.
The phone rang, and Linda raced across the bearskin rug, picked the receiver up, and said into the mouthpiece, "Hello."
Oh, no.
I can't. It's a few hours later now, and Linda, having recovered, is seated on the divan.
Oh, David, the funniest phone call this morning.
Who was it, Linda?
Lawyer Tucker.
Lawyer Tucker?
Yes, he called and said that everything was going to be grand.
That we would have Skipper back in our midst again?
Yes, David. And also, he said that it looks like Uncle Will's will is all ours
Uncle Will's willing to will his will to us?
That's what he says. I'm so cheery that I could eat full of marshmallows.
You kids got any marshmallows downstairs there?
Hello, Uncle Eugene.
Hello, Uncle Eugene, up there, stairs.
Come on
Upstairs
downstairs.
there. I'm upstairs here eating marshmallows.
Come on downstairs.
Here, I'll throw one down to you.
Wonderful.
Kind of bounced a little bit, I guess.
But you've had them in the
I'll throw
sunlight.
another one down. Get out of the way.
We interrupt this program to bring you a very special bulletin. To you, Bob, this bulletin.
What does it say?
Stop that nonsense.
Okay.
When you throw a marshmallow, it makes no noise when it lands. You know that...
Well, I'll throw another one down then.
All right.
Hey, by the way,
Yes?
is Uncle Eugene down there?
Your Uncle Eugene.
No, I'm the other uncle, and I can't think of his name right now either.
Not Earl.
Uncle...
Earl?
Wait a minute, Uncle Earl. Can't quite remember.
Gee, I wish not. That's all I can say. And Uncle Earl and Uncle Eugene just kills me.
Doesn't look like much is going to happen there anyway today.
Oh.
Thought we might hear more about that automobile crash, but...
Incidentally, Bob, tomorrow let's read out Uncle Earl and Uncle Eugene. They're much too confusing. I can tolerate one of them, but I can't stand both of them.
Well, they do sound a lot alike.
But if we have one of them, just one at a time.
Just remember, we're giving 2 actors work. We're feeding 2 mouths.
We're not really, Bob. You know that.
Well, I like to think that way.
Well, you shouldn't...
I like to think that we're the most generous program in radio.
You what?
I like to think we're the most generous program in radio.
Well, I can't think of any that's more generous. To be frank with
This
you.
is certainly the longest 15 minutes in radio.
After all, we give of our time. And we have wonderful products that we offer for sale.
We work down our cellar every night on our offers that we send out.
And all these little gimmicks that we
devote freely of our time.
We do. I mean, we're tickled to death to be here for this half hour.
And we know you're tickled to death to have us there, or to be there and have us here.
What is it you want to say, Bob? I'd like to talk now briefly about Chesterfield cigarettes before we even hear it.
Wait a minute, Ray, till I tune up my hound dog guitar, please.
As you all know, more and more people are smoking nowadays.
Give me an A there, Bill, please.
And so long as you're going to smoke,
Wait a minute.
why don't you smoke Chesterfield?
Try an E there.
First of all, they're made from nice tobacco.
Let me have a high E
It's
there.
brown, kind of, and some are light brown, some are
That's
dark
better.
brown. But it's tobacco and it's good.
Now, I think I'm all set.
so
Wait
the
till I
paper-
get a C7th chord.
The paper is white, and something nice about it, and the printing of Chesterfield is different. It's big
Yeah, that'll
C,
do it, I think.
big capital C, and it has a flowing line, and then
I hope none of the local announcers jump in when I do that. along the Friday night.
H-E-S-T-E-R-F-I-E-L-D. The Chesterfield is written along
Yeah,
inside.
I'm all ready now, yep. Okay,
And-
Ray, thanks for filling that time. I'm ready to go.
I'm talking.
All right, go ahead and finish it up fast, because I got to get out of here.
Remember, friends, if you're going to smoke Chesterfield. You'll be glad for the tip.
Now I'll sing, right?
All right.
Chesterfield satisfy winning and then Chesterfield's over and over again. Milder, much milder, all smokers agree. Always buy Chesterfield's ABC.
Hello there, Mary dear.
Hello. Hello, Tex, darling.
I'm glad you showed up today because this is going to be a big day for the 2 of us.
Well, yes, it is in a small sort of way. It's big a little,
I see.
so to speak.
You
I
don't
hope
want
I
to clarify that anymore,
About
huh?
the best I can do. It's
Well,
a big
I-
day in a little way.
Just want to say that Mary and I are close friends.
Yes, we are, and I want to talk to all my dear lady listeners. Hello there.
What do you want to talk about? Anything
Food,
special? Food?
and how to eat.
Well, I think they know how to eat. pretty
Well, I know that, Bob, but I mean serving the right things and what instruments to use. So many people write in to say, is it permissible now to just eat spaghetti any old way, just so long as you get it in your mouth?
And the answer is?
Definitely. We're getting away from that wrapping it around a fork or spoon or
I've
Junior's
noticed
head.
that. I've had spaghetti several
Did you
times.
hear me say
Yes,
wrapping it
Junior's
around
head.
Junior's head?
I've had spaghetti several times.
What, Bob?
Several times with Charlie lately.
Yeah, I don't mind eating spaghetti alone, but if I have to sit opposite somebody and watch them eat it, I get so discouraged.
I know it. It doesn't seem as though you get anywhere with it.
No, that's it exactly, Bob. So when I eat spaghetti, I like to have my back to the door
Mm-hmm.
and just eat it alone with the wall facing me.
What kind of sauce do you recommend?
Argyle sock sauce, of course.
For spaghetti? I thought that was for the half-baked Indian
I
pudding.
use it everywhere, Bob.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
crazy about it. I'm adding olives now and cracked nuts.
Mm-hmm. Well, that should make quite an interesting combination, I should think.
It's nice, and it gives it a little zip. However, of course, meatball and meatball sauce is still the approved.
That is
spaghetti
the better
sauce.
way. That's the way we get it every week.
Yeah. You have it every week, Bob?
Now I see your time is up, and thanks for coming up.
You mean I can't say anything else?
Oh, you see, we've just received a memo from the production department saying that we can't run any feature longer than 3 minutes.
Well, what do you mean?
Because the show has got to roll
I'm just up here talking to you two men.
Well, I know, but...
Particularly Mr. Goulding, who's my favorite. He's so good-looking.
He is. Nice.
Oh, cut it out, Mary. He always does that to me.
But be that as it may...
And it isn't true. I'm just handsome. I'm not the best-looking fella. I can think of, 2 or 3 fellas better looking.
Well, Mary doesn't seem to think so.
No, definitely not. I'd like to see Ray in the movies, Bob.
Mm-hmm. He was at the movies the other night.
I mean out in California.
Oh, I see.
Making nice movies.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you could make a western or something.
As a matter of fact, they wanted me to portray Flicker in her latest movie.
What's the name of that picture?
Lassie, son of Sturtley.
Go Home.
Yes.
Well, when can we look for the release of this, anyway?
Well, excuse me, the telephone. Hello? Yes. What's that again, sir? I'm afraid I wasn't listening to the program. I'd have to guess. The Mystery Mountain. Columbia, the gem of the ocean. All right, thanks for calling, sir. Too bad I didn't have the right answer. Hung up the phone. Okay, well, then I'll get right to work on that.
I hung up.
I'll tell her you called.
Bye.
Bye.
He evidently didn't hear you say goodbye and hang up.
Something about this phone, Bob. Whenever you hang it up, the connection doesn't necessarily go off.
And we've never made any money on this telephone. We've never received a call from any of those big programs.
I thought for a minute that was.
I did for a minute.
But it was a bill collector, as it later developed. Incidentally, speaking of bill collectors, we'd like to turn to our men of music. And the great Wilson is at the console. For those of you who have forgotten his first name, again, I'll repeat it. Just once. Kenneth,
but we don't call him that anymore.
He's just the Great Wilson.
He's either the Great Wilson or KL.
Or Hey You.
Yeah. And they have a wonderful old melody. Gold in his band with I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair.
We have declared war on the common cold up here at the Bob and Ray program because too many people have colds. Everyone in my family has it. My mother and father-in-law came to visit us, and they both have a cold now. We had turkey for dinner last night, and the turkey came to the table sneezing. So I thought it was time. I thought it was time that we stop all this nonsense and fight the common cold. So we take it out of the Bob and Ray laboratory where they're fighting the common cold. Common cold is wearing purple trunks. Bob and Ray are wearing green trunks.
Ray.
Yes.
How are we coming in our fight against the common cold here?
Well, I don't know.
Pass me that Kleenex over there, will you, please?
I think that we've separated the germ.
Where do I turn this machine off here?
Turn it off.
Boy, that machine is really rolling.
I think now that we have...
What you're hearing is Hardy Fiber Cement Siding living up to its reputation as the siding that helps resist weather damage, no matter what Mother Nature throws its way. James Hardy knows how important a reputation is, especially when you're a home builder. That's why Hardy products withstand the elements better than wood-based siding, with styles to match their strength. Because when home builders work with us, we deliver our best so they can look their best. Protect your reputation with exterior products by James Hardy.
Wait a minute, I didn't turn it all the way
Turn off the shade, please.
Turned off the shade, please.
Good. I think that
Wait a minute. Oh.
separated the common cold disease. Now we can fight.
Now we got it separated. What are we going to... I'll tell you what, I think we've been fighting this common cold for 6 weeks now.
Huh?
Now.
That's right.
And we haven't proceeded very far, have we?
I don't have any suggestions either.
No, I don't either.
I think that the only way to fight a cold would be to separate the thing and see what would kill it.
That'd be to keep away from the cold germs. What we do, separate.
The only way that we can kill this cold germ is step on it. And we certainly can't walk around this whole world stepping on cold germs, so we're going to have to ask everyone to pitch in.
Oh, we could get out of here fast and step on it.
So if you ever see a cold germ,
there's one over there.
Step on it.
It's a creepy little thing.
The only way we can fight and lick this thing.
Right.
Thank you. Good night.
We think you's okay down here.
That part of our broadcast came to you from Harvard.
That was our technical forum for this afternoon. It's 1:16.
The script was written by President Coder.
Just a few seconds. Our other stations will join us along the line. One moment, please.
No, I don't like that one moment, please.
You don't like that
on the radio, when they say one moment, please, I always say, no, I will not wait.
I
always... No, I don't. Doesn't matter. I get up and walk out. I wait till something is coming out. I just never just say, settle back and say, well, okay, if things have gone wrong, I'll sit with you and wait. No, sir.
We will continue our program in just a few seconds. One moment, please.
No, I never do. Our lines are down west of Denver. I haven't heard that for so long.
No, or I haven't heard one of those things where they have trouble and they cut in on some phone conversation in the middle of a program. Those are always fun.
Those are fun and sometimes disastrous.
They are, that's that.
But I haven't heard that west of Denver phrase for so long.
I wonder if there's anything west of Denver anymore.
Not any lines, evidently. I don't know how they get the radio programs from Hollywood to Denver.
Maybe they fly them over. You can't tell.
Or putting them on tape. That's what they're doing.
They might tape them.
Yes, that's what they're doing. They're putting them on tape and flying them to Denver, where they're transmitted to the rest of lucky America.
Right. I see our English band leader is with us again today. I didn't realize he was here. Wait, I'll go over and get him.
Yes, sir. Oh, Bob.
Oh, no, that's Webley.
You talking to me?
No, I wasn't Webley, but I'm glad to see you.
I'm a band leader, but...
Hey, what's all this I hear about wanting Ray and me in Canton next February?
What?
They want Ray and myself in Canton next February. Do you know anything about it?
They haven't consulted me, and I'm your representative
The
down
Canton Civic Association?
They know me as the Bob and Ray representative. It's funny they didn't call me.
Well, I thought they would, because you're down there all the time.
All the time, Bob.
Everybody knows you, don't they?
Sure do. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's funny they didn't. They checked with us first.
What's that?
They checked with us first on this thing.
What'd they say, Bob? They say who they was?
Yeah, they said they were the Canton Civic Association, I think.
Don't believe them. I'm the Canton Civic Association.
There's
no other one. I've met.
They seem to be legitimate.
Everything is cleared with me. If somebody called you and said they were the Canton Civic Association, chances are they were calling from Dover Foxcroft name. Don't believe them.
Well, they may have made a mistake. Boy, you've really got out.
That made me mad.
You've got out of the limb now.
Canton and Ray's Hob.
Okay.
Didn't have much luck with corn.
Okay, well...
That was a little joke, you hear?
Sure.
I'll say it again. I said I'm going back to Ray's Hob. I didn't have much luck with corn.
Okay. You did hear it the first time.
I heard it too, Webby. So long.
Yeah, your bicycle was right outside.
Good luck to you.
But anyway, you want to introduce Cyril Hardy?
Yes,
right out.
We've gone to practically no expense at all. In fact, we didn't even spend anything to present this afternoon's guest. Sir Cyril Hardy, the well-known British band leader who has returned to America by very popular demand of the British. And he's here today to tell us just what he's doing in America and how he got away with it.
We over there are working on a new thing in music, something which I believe has a field which could be popular over here if you catch on to it.
Yes, I was talking with Basil Bathbone just this morning.
Right, Basil has been very, very helpful in this particular work that we're doing.
I see,
We have arranged music somewhat differently. We've taken the old standbys, like Brown Bird Singing, And a few of your current favorites, like Darling Nellie Gray.
Beer Barrel Polka.
Right. And we've worked them up into some really terrific arrangements.
Well, just what is it you're trying to do? I mean, have you completely eliminated the piano from your band?
The piano is secondary to our music, in our work.
Certainly.
However,
I see more and more bands are eliminating the piano.
Right, just the other day I heard that John
field.
Philip Sousa has eliminated the piano completely from his band.
The band would have been a good idea, too.
Anymore. Now, in our particular work, we're trying to score for oboe, clarinet, French horn,
Incidentally, Francis, score, oboe 14, clarinet 2.
and bassoon.
How dare you?
I wasn't.
You speak to me like that. Remember, you're a guest.
I wasn't
you
being.
Can't keep a civil tongue in your head.
I wasn't being personal about it. I wasn't looking at you at all. Oh, at all. I like that. I wasn't looking at you at all. Well, anyway, to go on with my story, back in 1909, we conceived the idea of presenting music of this sort, and we worked on it. We presented it to the people of Britain just a short time ago.
Question, sir. Mr. Cyril, is it true that you're trying to paint pictures with your
We
music?
try to paint pretty pictures, yes.
I understand. Well,
Try to make tone poems.
I see. Well, you've been, of course, you're born and brought up in England.
No, it's a funny thing. I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't
No.
born in England?
And very few people know this. Smoking those English cigarettes. Very few people know that I was actually born right
I'll
here.
go down and get you something. Glass of formaldehyde.
Right. I was born right here in the States, as a matter of fact.
You mean in America?
That's right. Brooklyn, New York.
Is that so?
Right.
Oh, zero. Wow. What do you know about that?
I spent some very pleasant times here, too, before leaving for England, where we've been very serious in this music work.
Well, of course, where'd you go? When you were a child, that you
No.
been there for years?
No, very few people know that, too. As I say, I was born in Brooklyn. I left there, I believe it was October 8th, and we hit out for England from Brooklyn at that time. Prior to that time, I had never been in the British Isles at all.
October 8th. October 8th when?
This year. Just about, a little over a month ago.
Oh, Sir
And we
Cyril.
presented our music to the people over there.
Sir Cyril, I think you've been wonderful to come and give it
They
your
seem
time.
to enjoy it quite a bit, and I hope to introduce it to my friends here in America. Quite
get
soon.
lost. You're a phony. As we're looking on...
finally remembered it.
On Peephole, he's walking through...
I was climbing up the ring
No.
after the big top.
No, you weren't. Peephole is walking through the Casbah in search of his missing friend, Popeep.
I wonder where Poppy is. I wonder if he knows Peephole is looking for Poppy. Oh, Poppy. I'll call out to him. Maybe he will answer me. Here, I'll speak to this vendor over here. Oh, vendor.
Yes?
Wait a minute. Vendors don't talk. Oh.
How'd I get a pot like that?
Wait a minute. I'll speak to this man sitting on the curbstone here. I say.
You say what?
I'll give you your cue again. I'll move over here and speak to this man sitting on the curb. I say.
How do you do?
I'd better move along here, I think, in search of Poppy.
Here I am, Peephole.
Oh, Poppy, it is me, Peephole.
Hi, Poppy. I'm your old friend, Popeep. Poppy, Peephole.
Don't spell it. I remember you
Call
from...
me Steve.
I remember you from the old days here in the Casbah, but times have changed.
Oh, Peephole, it's so good to see you, hey.
No more do you see Charlie Boyer.
No, I'm out of that camel rustling racket.
No more do you see Tony Martin.
Huh?
I say no more do you see Tony Martin.
No, I don't.
Nowadays, you just go up to people who are complete strangers and say hello, and they say...
Sizzling steak sounds appetizing, but better still, a full pound steak, juicy.
Well, I guess I'd better be going. I see you've got something else to do
We
there.
have a commercial now. Thanks, Poppy, or Peephole. Give my regards to all four of you.
Pip, pip.
Sizzling steak sounds appetizing, doesn't it? But better still, a full pound thick, juicy, sizzling sirloin steak just makes your mouth water. And you'll be surprised how much money the Park Lane saves on water in the course of a year. The Park Lane will stake its reputation on these full
Hey,
pound...
that's a unique play on words there, friends. They're staking their reputation on their stake. I wanted to make that clear.
Well, the listeners could gather that.
Oh.
You didn't have to make footnotes for radio listeners, you know.
Well, I thought it would add something. They've never done that before.
Some of them a little more brilliant than you.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Oh, I guess I'm a little rocky there. That couldn't be possible.
You're going a little far, aren't you?
The park, well, I'm only going out as far as Kenmore Square.
Well, I'll get off the speaking strip.
The Park Lane will stake its reputation on these full-pound, sizzling sirloin steaks. You won't find better at any price, yet the cost, including French fries, vegetables, rolls, and butter...
And the service of a waiter. Waitress, yeah.
...is only $2. The Park Lane has become a rendezvous for folks who enjoy good eating. Conveniently located at 214 Boylston Street, across from the Public Garden, it's handy to stop in for cocktails. Then a delicious dinner, a choice of chicken, chops, lobster, peanut butter, or, if preferred, steak. Soft music and pleasant atmosphere. Beautiful, soft music. Pass down a stall.
Yeah?
Thanks. Man, I could sit and eat a steak here forever. Peaceful and quiet.
Hold for starlight.
One piece of salad. You want any strawberry with that jug?
I can't eat.
Shorty, do you want long cake?
I'll bring you a piece of carrots mixed in just a minute. But
What more for a delightful evening?
beautiful waitresses.
Hey, young men, take the young lady of your heart to the beautiful Park Lane. She'll marry you.
Oh, we don't guarantee that.
Sizzling steaks please the palate at the Park Lane. But don't forget it, friends, when you want a steak, the best that can be bought anywhere east of Kansas City, stop in, and I think probably west of
Unless you
Kansas
want to
City.
go right out to the stockyards yourself.
If you want to go right out there and cut up your own steak,
Right.
then you'll have to settle, and believe me, it's nice settling for the beautiful $2, $1 pound, the sizzling
The
Maryland
steak at the
sandwich.
Park Lane.
Grilled or toasted.
And remember, this is convenient for you swan boat riders. Right across from the Public Garden.
Incidentally, nothing is convenient for you swan boat riders. The water is out of there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That'll be a rough trip, anyway.
Certainly will, and you better have some strong oarmen. But be that as it may, friends, it brings very, very clear to my mind
makes
that
it
it's
very
time
vivid.
now for the world to stand united.
And it's even more vivid when viewed in natural colors.
So if I can leave you with any thought at all today, it's to keep thinking, for goodness sakes.
Keep your brain alive.
Don't
For goodness
stop
sake.
thinking. Keep alert and watch for things.
So with our theme on the banks of the Wabash, we say goodbye again from the Twin Cities, Boston.
The great Wilson was again at the organ. And,
Tomorrow, Mr. Wilson will be shot from a cannon at high noon.
Billy Green was at the piano playing like he can never play.
Tomorrow, Mr. Green will be shot at high noon.
Good. A public subscription to that. Charlie Burgoyne, of course, was our grand and personable engineer.
Caution, any other program called Bob and Ray is not this one.
Also, caution, see a dentist twice a year, particularly if you want them loose. This is a radio station located in Boston, one of the county seats. Oh, sure, WHDH in Boston. So what's new about that?